Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Nina, and what I want to talk about is some of my thoughts about a movie I watched in college, in my film course in college, which I think a lot of film course students watch, which is Do the Right Thing, the Spike Lee film. I'm sure if you're if you were in a film course, you more than likely saw this movie, just like me. But I don't know what I don't know if you were ignorant like me when you saw it. Um, little background. I am Persian and a quarter German, but mostly Persian. So I guess I'm considered white, but I'm not white European white. But I was not really very well educated growing up about racial issues. And in my childhood, what I was taught growing up was ignore race. Even mentioning race makes you racist. Don't pay attention to it. Just ignore it. It doesn't influence you. And in theory, the reason my school and teachers taught this was to ensure equality. But this, unfortunately, just teaching kids to ignore race and not even think about it does not allow them to learn about racial inequalities and injustices. And instead, it just makes them uncomfortable about the issue because they don't know how to talk about it. Because, if you're not educated about something, then you're just ignorant and you don't know how to talk about it, which is unfortunately the case for many kids and many people. They grow up that way. And I definitely was very ignorant going into college. And when I first saw Do the Right Thing, I was one of those ignorant people who looked at the climax of Mookie throwing the trash can into, the restaurant, the Italian restaurant, or pizza joint, whatever. And I was one of those people who was like, wait a moment, that's not right. Why did he do that? He shouldn't have done that, blah, 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 blah. I was one of those people. And I am so mad at college Nina, I guess 18-year-old Nina, who looked at it that way and was just so ignorant about it. And I'm even more embarrassed to admit that in my film class, I was that student, I guess the Karen, who was trying to voice that view, like, he shouldn't have done that. And I cringe at that my ignorance and just losing sight of what was the most important thing, which is the death of Radio Rahid and his murder by the police. That was much more of the injustice, the wrong thing. And that should have been, to me, what should have been the glaring red light, the signal that, no, that was the wrong thing. And Spike Lee has even spoken about this, of course. And he has said in interviews that in the years since the release of Do the Right Thing, only white people will ask why Mookie, did what he did. And I laugh at that because it just shows how ignorant we are, or we hopefully used to be, to these issues. Because people should not be upset with the actions of what happened in the film when Mookie threw the trash bin was a result of what the police did and the murder that they committed. That's it. Now, if you want to get in a debate, if Mookie should he have done this, he shouldn't have done it. He should have done this. If you get in that debate, I don't believe that's the debate, really. It should not be what people take away from Do the Right Thing. What they should take away is that there's this terrible, this terrible injustice that happens in the world where police can do a chokehold and then get away with it. And that happened in the movie, Do the Right Thing. But that happens in real life, as we've seen with Eric Garner and more recently, George Floyd. So, Do the Right Thing is, of course, a fabulous movie. It should always be upheld in our culture as a really relevant movie. And if you haven't seen it, I really recommend you watch it. Even though the subject matter is heavy, there are really actually light moments as well in the movie where you just enjoy the neighborhood, the characters in the neighborhood interacting. And I definitely recommend the movie. It just is so relevant. And to anyone out there who is confused, like me, College Nina, how I was, just continue educating yourself. Keep trying to learn. And you will, if you just allow yourself to learn, then you will change, It just happens that way if you're open-minded. All right, thank you for listening. Have a good day, everyone. Bye.